is now 10-6 as we end the first quarter.
Yeah, Charlie Tingos had a good first quarter. He played some really, really tough defense, and when he had the opportunity, either took it to the hoop, hit a three-pointer on the side here. Good offensive quarter, all-around quarter by Charlie Tingos.
He has all 6 of the Marauder points, and the Arlington lead is 10-6 at the end of the first quarter.
But it's really good to see a team like Belmont where they're playing a lot of the young guys. They haven't started off great, but they're coming out. They play maximum effort. There's no quitting these guys. They're going to give it to you every night, and it's good to see a conference game like this where a top team versus a team that's struggling to have the effort that Belmont has tonight. I think that's a really good sign for them.
Talking to from the Doc Cone Gymnasium here on the campus of the old Waltham High School, ACMi Sports presents Arlington High School Boys Varsity Basketball. Tonight, the Spy Ponders of Arlington are hosting the Marauders of Belmont High School, and as you pick this up with audio, we're in the second quarter, just about to start, and Arlington leads it by a score of 10-6. Spy Ponders led in the first quarter by James Digman with 5 points and Jack Zambardino with 4. Belmont, all 6 of their points were scored by number 50, Charlie Tingos.
Okay, Don, as we pick up the audio here, Belmont's been playing pretty good defense, actually very good defense, and moving the ball. Arlington is doing their signature full-court defense and pushing the ball up, and James Digman getting his buckets sort of at will.
And a timeout called by Belmont.
Yeah, that first quarter, Tingos played really well, had 6 points, attacked the basket, and Peter McLaughlin, number 11, the sophomore, was really playing some tough defense on James Digman, who's, as we all know, is one of the better players, if not the best player in the league. So Belmont came out to play tonight, started the season slow, struggling, but maximum effort by Belmont, and Arlington basically sticking to their usual game plan.
When I was talking to Coach Darren Martinez, who's in his 3rd year as the Marauders coach, he mentioned his team's struggling a little bit. They're young, they're going to get it, they're 0-5, but 4 of their losses by 5 points or less.
Yeah, because they play really tough defense, and so. But one of the problems in the Middlesex League is you can't beat teams 39-37. I mean, they're going to put some points on you, and they come after on the defensive end. I think they have it solved defensively. Their key is to then get some offensive consistency, like we see in Arlington. I mean, if you're not scoring 60, 70 points, you're up against it in the Middlesex League. There's a lot of teams
3 on the shot clock. He had to take it to the basket, did Leo Williams. He's able to draw the contact. He'll go to the line for 2. So kind of hard to believe that it's been 2 weeks since our last telecast, and 2 Notre Dame victories ago, I might add. But since that time, Arlington had a tournament, a holiday tournament last weekend at Newton North High School. In the first game, they played against Catholic Memorial. They lost by 1 point. They're winning that game by 11 at the half, but just kind of ran out of gas offensively in the second half. And then in the consolation game the following day, Arlington beat Newton South, as the first free throw is good by Leo Williams. First person other than Charlie Tingos to score. The other important thing to notice that we mentioned earlier, but we didn't have the audio up, is that Arlington is playing without tri-captain Nico Trapotsis, who has an injured ankle. So you're going to see a couple other players in there taking up the minutes that Nico generally takes up. And one of those players in there right now is Nick Rudolph, number 32. And starting the game was Jabari Williams, number 24. And actually, Jabari led Arlington with 17 points in that Newton South game that they won a week ago tomorrow.
Yeah, Nico does a little bit of everything for him. He rebounds, he plays unbelievable defense, he dives for loose balls, he hits the open 3.
7 on the shot clock. Zambardino had to throw it up, no good. Alexi tracks it down. It didn't hit the rim. Someone's going to have to shoot because there's no shot
James
clock reset. Oh, yeah.
Boom! And some. That's a beautiful fadeaway 3 by James Digman.
Wow. A shot taken only because he had to. I'm sure Coach Woods would not want him to take that shot under any other circumstance. But he doubles the Arlington lead back up to a 6-point lead. 13-7 Ponders. 6.5 to go, second quarter. Little fake, little drive, little pull-up J from about 14. No, that's number 3, Andre Shavushian.
See Arlington right on the defensive rebound, off to the races. Boom, they're just right, 1 or 2 dribbles, and they got in the front court right away.
A good job that time by Chavushian as he let Dingman go by him, but then he flicked it out of his back pocket. Now the ball spot for, let's see what we're going to have here. We're going to have a fumble recovered by Arlington. Going to have a held ball and a possession out of Arlington, though. As the alternating possession rule takes effect here, it will be Arlington ball.
Yeah, Lexi covering you, man, bringing the ball up. You're like, oh, man, I don't want this kid checking me.
There was a lot going on there. Ball was deflected. Wasn't sure who was touched by last. Loose ball. Players on the floor. You know, it's not like when we were kids. They don't really let you just dive in those piles anymore unless you have an old school ref.
Both refs seem to be doing a good job letting them play very consistent.
Jabari Williams, number 24, into the Arlington lineup. He's going to give James Digman a ball.
Yeah, Braden Dargin from Belmont, 22, big kid. He's playing good post defense. They got him on the little bit too much body there. It's got to be a bounce pass there.
Turnover Ponders, 5.5 to go. Jabari might have got away with one there. And a good strong finish by number 22, Braden Dargan.
Good pass by Damian Lillard there.
13-9 Arlington. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Ran out of real estate there. Good pass.
8 on the shot clock. Zambardino driving and going to get a holding foul called against Damian Lillard. That's a tough break for the Marauders as the shot clock was down to 4 seconds. And that foul will give Arlington a fresh new 35-second shot clock.
Yeah, they were. Belmont was playing tough defense there. I don't know if it was too much of a reach, but there was some contact earlier as well. Belmont really good underneath their own hoop.
Dingman on the drive. It had to be something there. Out of bounds. Last touch by Belmont. Arlington ball.
I mentioned a couple of times, Peter McLaughlin, he's really impressed me defensively playing against one of the top players in the Middlesex League. Nice backdoor cut.
Dingman, blocked by McLaughlin, but they're going to get McLaughlin on the foul.
Good aggressive play by Peter. A little too aggressive.
Well, you know, back in the day, you'd call, and I don't know if they still coach it that way, but there's some things that still are a good foul. And
that's a darn good foul.
If he doesn't foul, Dingman's guaranteed layup right there.
Yeah, and you don't want him to get 2 and the extra, so he made sure he didn't get any.
Right. Dingman able to hit the first free throw. He now has 9 points.
Every time you look down the stat sheet, like, Dingman has how many? You know, when he had 37 the other night, it's like, you look down, he's got 22, 27, all of a sudden, boom, he's got 37.
He's double figures, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. He has 10 of Arlington's 15.
Whoever brings it up, Alexi's on him, and they're going to have a tough time getting the ball up. Nice pass.
Oh, it was a beautiful backdoor cut by by Chavushian. Lillard on the pass. It just, unfortunately for Belmont, didn't connect. (15-9) Ponders, 4:22 remaining. First half. Dingman wide open inside the foul line. No.
Good shot right out of the offense. Turn and shoot.
Peter Clardy back into the Arlington lineup, number 0. He replaced Jack Zambardino, number 10. Ball on the ground. We know what that means.
Ball, Alexi.
Held ball. This time the possession arrow favors Belmont. Ooh. They reset the shot clock on that. I'll have to watch that one again. I don't know that Arlington ever possessed that ball. Ooh. Short shot missed there. There's McLaughlin, and they're going to get Jonas Burrell from behind on the foul.
Good aggressive offensive rebound there by Peter McLaughlin.
McLaughlin at the line for 2. First free throw is long.
Yeah, they're not used to this, the weird rim here.
Yeah.
You know, the Belmont guys got
Nobody
to
is.
shoot through the front of the rim. The rim's a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know how often Arlington practices here. I think I asked Coach Woods that, and I forget exactly what happened. Now we're going to have a shooter violation. He must have stepped on or over the line.
Lane violation there, yeah. You don't see that too often.
That took away a point that Belmont certainly needs. They've only scored 9 points in a quarter and a half. Arlington only with 15 themselves. Not a good night offensively here for Arlington. Number 11 for Arlington, Simon Miller into the game. Jabari strong to the hole, no. And now they're going to get reach and foul. And it's going to go against Williams. And that would be his second. And let's see if Arlington goes to the bench. Number 20, Edward, is it Leck? Or Locke? I can't tell if that's an E or looks like an E, Leck. Edward Leck into the Marauder lineup. Number 23, Jasper Reddig, also in the game for Belmont. Jasper's last touch by Arlington, Belmont ball.
Jasper's a really good athlete, good shooter. Get his feet set, he'll let them fly. Plays tough D too.
And sure enough, with that second foul, Jabari Williams checks out of the Arlington lineup, replaced by Jack Zambardino. On the shot clock for Belmont, and they're pretty far away from the basket with 5 on the shot clock. A little move, around the back dribble, and a turnover. Bounce pass there, good play there on a kicking violation by number 3, Chavushian. Might have saved an Arlington layup.
Yeah, Andre Chavushian, very good athlete, good football player, wide receiver, good hands. You could see, might be a soccer player someday.
Yeah, right. I was going to suggest he was on the soccer team, perhaps. Under 3 minutes remaining first half. Arlington still up by 6.
The Belmont defense is very good. I mean,
yeah.
you look at it, you say 15-9, and their struggles this year. Their defense is as good as anyone's defense in the Middlesex League. It's just their problem is on the offensive end. But their defense, I'm very impressed by their defense. Man-to-man defense, they pick up, they switch well, and they're super aggressive.
Dingman on the drive, fakes, and he's going to go up strong with it, puts it up and in.
Nice move, good pivot by James.
He has 12 of Arlington's 17. Spy Pond is now matching their largest lead of the game. They lead it by 8, 17-9. It's a tough situation here, but he did a good job getting past that double team, did Lilla. The ball's thrown away. One referee's looking one way, the other's looking the other. It's going to be Arlington ball. I think they were just looking at each other to see if there was a deflection that one of them saw. There was no deflection, just more good Arlington D. Holding Belmont to single digits here with under 2 minutes remaining first half.
Nice ball fake.
On the drive. Nice bounce pass to Alexi. Puts it up, no. Rebound fought for. Belmont comes up with it.
Yeah, Alexi probably didn't need that ball fake. Just go straight up.
That went off the Belmont play. Ooh, I guess it did not. And here comes back in the Belmont lineup is Charlie Tingos. Now, Tingos scored all their points in the first quarter. I don't think he's been in this entire second quarter until just now.
Yeah, they do empty their bench. They play a lot of guys.
I know, but he's the guy that's got all your points in one quarter. I think I'd go with him.
You got to dance with who you brought.
Plenty of time in the shot clock for Belmont, coming up on 20 seconds on the shot clock and a minute and a half left in the first half.
This Tingos there, probably looking to attack the hoop.
You're going to get Simon Miller on the reach-in foul. I believe that's the first on Miller. It'll be the 4th on the team. So Arlington will be in the penalty for the duration of the half. They want to play their aggressive defense, but you don't want to give away 3 points to Belmont on the line. And that's going to happen right now. Is it going to get James on the reach-in foul, and that'll be 5 on the team. That results in 2 free throws for Belmont. It'll be Peter McLaughlin at the line for 2.
There you go, front of the rim. You got to go front of the rim.
First free throw's good.
Pete's a good shooter. He's got good form, nice tempo. There you go, Peter.
Makes them both. Yeah. You know, this will be the last unenjoyable telecast I have with you. We had Winchester 2 weeks ago. You're from Winchester. We have Belmont tonight. You live in Belmont. Let's get this over with. Start rooting for Arlington.
I'm still a Spy Ponder, brother.
Ooh. Oh, tough break there. Clardy looked like he tried to get the position. I thought the feet might have shuffled on the Belmont player even before the contact occurred. They're going to get Peter Clardy on the blocking foul.
Good D, though, by Peter, who's in the right spot. Could have maybe called the travel there.
I don't know if I disagree with the contact part of it as much as I thought that Tingos shuffled the feet a little bit before the contact occurred, and as the players would like to say, the ball don't lie, as Tingos misses the first free throw. One of 2 for Charlie Tingos. He has 7 of Belmont's 12, coming up on the final minute of the first half, and Arlington leads it 17-12.
Good man-to-man defense here by Belmont. Arlington being patient. Nice back door.
Arlington working the ball around nicely, but the tough defense is resulting in not really a clear shot opportunity, and Digman had to take that shot as the shot clock was winding down yet again. What was that? Oh, goodness. Okay.
We should call. I'm not sure. I don't have a name for that one, Don.
Steal here by the Marauders. They can hold for a final shot with 17 seconds to go. No, they're going to take a three-pointer from the wing. And now Arlington can get off a final shot. Here comes James Digman. He's kind of by himself. He's going to go all the way and lay it up and in. Not great defense there by Belmont. They would have been better off taking the foul if they had one to give. Now a long shot at the buzzer does not go, and the first half comes to a close.
Definitely a slog here. Both teams play such tough defense that it's really tough for either team to get things going. Belmont plays really good defense. Arlington has, unbelievable defense with their full court press and their half-court defense. So it's tough for anyone really to get going here. We got some youth guys out here, Don?
Yeah, we'll let you guys, folks at home, enjoy that while Tim and I take a break. The score at the end of the first half, Arlington 19, Belmont 12. Tim and I will be back with the second half action. And getting ready for second half action, Arlington High School hosting Belmont High School. The score at the half is 19-12. Don Phelan along with Tim Hoffman. Jeff Monroe is the executive producer at ACMi. He's been with ACMi or variations thereof for this is his 25th year. And Miles Donato is our producer tonight. And a cast of other people as you have multi-cameras tonight. And we'd like to thank all our volunteers tonight for helping us out. You'll have the boys game now and then followed by the girls game at 8 o'clock. So.
First half was a good half defensively, Don. Neither team really got going offensively. Arlington uncharacteristically sort of had a few more turnovers than they usually do, caused by the tough Belmont defense. But both teams really, really emphasize the defense. Arlington pushes the ball a little bit more than Belmont does, but it's been a little bit of a slog.
Yeah, not an aesthetically pleasing first half, but Arlington will take the 7-point lead and be happy with that. Check the lineups for both teams. I believe both teams have their starting five in there. Jabari Williams, number 24, going up for the shot. No, he's fouled on the play. Jabari in there along with number 0, Peter Clardy, number 5, Alexi Trapotsis, number 10, Jack Zambardino, and number 33, James Digman. Out of Arlington's lineup tonight is tri-captain Nico Trapotsis out with an ankle injury.
Yeah, there's a good pass by Peter there. He bounced past weak side to Jabari. Jabari's got to get a little more knee bend and a little more arc. That is a very flat shot, especially on the kooky ring here. But just a little more arc. There it is.
1 of 2 for Jabari.
Yeah, he's got nice form, nice rotation. He's just got to get a little more arc on the shot.
First point of the game for Jabari Williams. He was Arlington's leading scorer in the Newton South game last Saturday. He did have 2 first-half fouls, so that might have limited his playing time a little bit more. Of course, he's getting more playing time with Nico Trapotsis' absence. Arlington had several players play significant minutes in the first half, dividing up Nico's minutes, as Nico usually plays pretty much the whole game. And a 3-point shot there by Belmont is no good.
Yeah, Nico steadies the pace. He does a little bit of everything, like we mentioned before. He doesn't do anything bad.
He might be Arlington's second leading scorer, too, as Dingman goes to the hold. No, but he's fouled on the play.
Good defense there by McLaughlin. Kept his hands up straight.
That's number 11, Peter McLaughlin for Belmont. He's in the starting lineup for the second half with Damian Lilla, number 5, number 3, Andre Chavushian, number 22, Braden Dargan. And the leading scorer for Belmont in the first half is number 50, Charlie Tingos. He had 7 of Belmont's 12. Dingman has 15 of Arlington's 21.
Yeah, they brought McLaughlin out. That might have been his 3rd.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the individual fouls. That was the second team foul in the 3rd quarter against Belmont.
That's going to hurt Belmont's team defense there because he was really checking Charlie really well. I'm sorry, he was checking James really well.
Second free throw is good. It's number 20, Edward Leck, into the lineup to replace McLaughlin. 16 for Dingman. He has all but 6 of Arlington's points. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good team defense there. Alexi forced him into Jabari. Jabari stepped up, held his position, forced a turnover. Great team defense there. Nice
inside.
Bounce pass.
Jabari on his double team, kicks it back out to Clardy. Clardy's going to drive. Gets bottled up a little bit. They move it around to Dingman, 15 on the shot clock. Good defense by Belmont, and they caused the turnover.
Yeah, active hands. They're in the passing lanes.
Zambardino all over Lilla.
There it is.
Damian Lilla for 3, not Damian Lillard. Yep. Damian Lilla. No RD on the name of that, but that looked like a Damian Lillard shot by the Belmont captain. Actually, his first bucket of the game. A 3-point shot cuts Arlington's lead down to 7 points. 22-15, just under 6 minutes remaining 3rd quarter. A good double team by Belmont. Alexi bottled up, gets it to Dingman for 3. No. Belmont with the rebound. They have a player slightly ahead of the pack, but he's all by himself now. Arlington gets back defensively.
Good hustle by Arlington getting back. Don't reach.
Maybe a little too much there by James. He got away with it a little bit there. 10 on the shot clock.
So Arlington's forcing Belmont to get deeper into the shot clock, and then they're just forced to take a bad shot.
It's going to be Chavushian for a pull-up off the side of the rim. That was determined not to have hit the rim, so they're going to go with a shot clock violation.
Yeah, and Andre probably would not have taken that shot, except the clock's running down. They're just running through their offense, and especially in that half court here, is Arlington just right on them.
Dingman all the way to the hole. Offensive foul called against James Dingman.
Good position there by Charlie Tingos.
Yeah, Tingos paid for that one.
Usually James will pull up on that, take that 12, 13 footer, which he's really, really good at.
Here's Leck, no, fights, gets his own rebound, missed a tap up, put up there by Dargan, couldn't get it to go.
Good rebound by Williams. Ooh, that's a quick one.
Now Chavushian gets called with the hand-checking foul.
Coach Martinez asking for both ways. All the consistency refs had today, that was the biggest ticky-tack I've seen. It didn't seem like that was much of anything going on there. Good defense by Andre. Good bounce pass, Peter.
Inside, Jabari Williams spins, lays it up, no. And there's Alexei Chapotsis on the putback.
Cleaning up the trash, as Alexei likes to do. As we saw him put in the winning bucket against Winchester.
Not as good as his last putback basket, but a big hoop nonetheless. Oh, a beautiful, strong move. Count the basket. Braden Dargan, he'll go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
I think that's going to cause James to get a seat on the bench. And here comes a replay on that last play.
You see Dingman trying to get over there defensively, couldn't get there. Well, Dingman's picked up 2 fouls in the last minute or so. I don't know if he had any in the first half.
I thought he had 1.
I thought he did too, so he could have 3. Free throw is good. Three-point play completed by Dargan. He has 5.
In James's defense, he contests every shot.
Right.
I mean, he's not letting anyone go to the bucket.
Coach Martinez going over to the book to see how many Dingman has. Clarity strong to the basket, lays it up and in.
Good move by Peter there.
Peter with his first basket of the game. He answers the prior basket by Belmont, but Arlington did lose a point in that possession as it was a three-point play by Belmont. And now a little reverse layup by Dargan. Dargan's come alive here in the third quarter.
Yeah, only a sophomore, good player, good aggressive player, has some good skills.
Cuts the Arlington lead back down to 6. Arlington has actually lost a point off their halftime lead. They led it by 7 at the half. 3:15 to go, third quarter. Dingman on the drive and going to get a holding foul committed by Belmont.
Yeah, they're playing aggressively, but you can only play so aggressive, especially on the perimeter like that when the Dingman's got the ball. It was good defense, but he was just a little bit overly aggressive. 4th
foul committed by Belmont as number 4, Leo Williams, checks into the Marauder lineup. Arlington will be in the bonus for the rest of the third quarter. Zambardino double team, trying to make a nice little wraparound bounce pass to Jabari Williams, didn't connect.
Yeah, he threw it at his feet. It's just about a foot off from the bounce.
Ball was tipped by Arlington. It will remain Belmont ball.
Another deflection by Alexei.
Number 11, Simon Miller, checking into the Ponder lineup. And he replaces Jack Zambardino.
Simon usually comes in and steadies things down. Plays good defense, moves the ball well.
A three-point shot there by Tingos, no good. Rebound put back again. Now doing a nice job crashing the boards in this third quarter is Dargan. All of a sudden he has 9, and all of a sudden Arlington's lead is down to 4. Clarity on the drive, fakes, kicks it back out. Miller fakes the three. Jonas Burrell also into Arlington's lineup, number 4. Clardy, a little sidestep move, lays it up and in.
Clardy. Peter's getting a little more offensive aggressiveness here, which is good. We like to see that.
He has 2 third-quarter baskets.
Off to the races here.
Arlington with a 3-on-2. Clardy, little Euro, lays it in.
There you go. Great pass by Alexi. Created some space. Bounce pass. Fast break drill right there.
I thought Coach Martinez may have taken a timeout there. His team's hanging around this game. They got it down to 4. 2 quick Arlington baskets gets it back up to 8. Let's see what Belmont does in this possession. They fire a 3. No good. Bodies everywhere fighting for it. Last touch by Arlington. It will be Belmont ball.
Good look by Tingos. He had a good look there. So involved in the offense.
Man-to-man defense by the Ponders. Maybe it'd be more of a matchup zone.
They're yelling zone, but they're playing. Yeah, they are. It's a little bit of a matchup.
Yeah, matchup zone shot, no good. There's my man, Dargan again on the offensive board. Kept it alive. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Arlington. It'll be Belmont ball. They have a fresh 35 seconds on the shot clock, 1:18 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, he's really active on the glass, and probably about 6'2", 6'3", but he's got really long arms.
He's kept Belmont in the game here in the third quarter. He's got most of their third quarter points. 9 on the game total. Steal by the Ponders. Oh no. Well, Peters does a nice job saving it as the pass from Simon Miller didn't quite connect, but he was able to keep it in. Arlington with the possession here with a minute to go in the third quarter, up by 8. Eight on the shot clock. Williams spins, tough shot. Back rim, no. Gets his own rebound. Fakes, puts it up, no. And he's fouled on the play by Dargan.
Yeah, Jabari Williams has really good footwork in the perimeter. He uses his pivot feet really well, gets to the glass, and that was really good, getting back up quick, getting his own offensive rebound, drawing the foul. Take your time here, Jabari. Follow through and hit these 2.
First free throw is a little bit long.
It's flat. It just went when he had a little bit more arc. It's a softer touch for him.
Nick Rudolph approaches the scorer's table. He'll get ready to check into the Arlington lineup next chance.
Good offensive rebound by Alexi. Backdoor cut.
Coach Martinez, I don't know if he's mad at his player, if he's mad at the official. He's very mad that where that rebound happened. And now they're going to get Alexi Trapotsis on a foul. Looked like Alexi might have got fouled on that putback. So they're playing physical out there tonight. More of an old school GBL game than a Middlesex League game, quite honestly. But both teams are playing hard.
It's like an AFC North game.
Yeah.
It's like Cleveland versus Pittsburgh out here.
Yep. So Lillard, number 5, back into the Belmont lineup, and checking into the Belmont lineup for the first time tonight is sophomore guard Theo Sorblom. Belmont could hold for a final shot if they don't turn it over. Ooh, Jonas couldn't come up with it. Belmont does, and now blocked from behind by Alexei Trapotsis.
What a great recovery and athletic play by Alexi there.
21.2 seconds remaining, third quarter. Ponders holding on to that 8-point lead.
Maybe 1 or 2 kids in the league could pull something off that athletically, as Alexi just did right there. The recovery and the block. Just an amazing defensive player.
3-point shot from way downtown, no good. Rebound fought for. Peter Clardy comes up, but he's going to launch it from three-quarter court. It's going to be short, and that's how the third quarter will end.
Peter's playing really well. He stepped up a little bit offensively. He's had a really good defensive rebounding, and also distributing the basketball. I really like the way Peter's playing today.
Well, when all is said and done, Arlington actually increased their halftime lead by 1 point. They lead it by a score of 30-22 as we enter the break between the third and fourth quarters. And getting ready for fourth quarter action. And before we get to the action, watch this play, Tim, by Alexei Trapotsis.
Yeah, that was the play by Lillard, but here comes Trapotsis on the...
Oh, we're seeing different plays. Okay, that's Dingman on the foul. Okay, I see what we've got going on. Let's see what we have here. This is a three-point shot. A good little putback by Dargan, who had a great third quarter.
That's a nice bounce pass from Alexei to Peter.
That was the first of Peter's 2 baskets, I believe. He had that other nifty one in the lane.
So. Back live here. Arlington with a few substitutions here.
Nick Rudolph, number 32 in the game.
Valuable guy bringing off the bench, big sturdy guy. Plays very good defense, will get your defensive rebounds. He's got some good post moves too.
Trapotsis on the blocked pass. Another turnover created by the Ponders. Simon Miller for 3.
Ooh, Simon Miller. And he wanted one. He's just like, come on, Zebra. He thought he got hit. That's great if Miller starts hitting those.
Big hoop for the Ponders. They extend their lead to 11 points, and a timeout will be called by Belmont.
Maybe we get to see Simon hit that one again.
Good way pass. Downtown, right in front of the fans and some of the Arlington youth players that are here tonight.
Yeah, we haven't seen Simon shoot it too much. We saw him in the scrimmage shoot it a bunch, and he's got really nice form, but that was a really nice shot. That wasn't a force or anything. It was a good pass, got his feet set and let it fly. I'd love to see him take a few more of those.
And while we have a moment during this timeout, Tim and I would like to pass along our condolences to the family of Michael Broderick. Michael Broderick was a Arlington High student, class of 1985, I believe. And he was actually the head coach here at Arlington for 11 seasons. So I got to know Mike in my 40 years of doing this. I've had Coach John Cody, who was an Arlington legend. And there was an interim coach there for a couple of years named Walt Mitchell. Mike Broderick replaced Walt Mitchell, and then John Bowler after that, and Jack Woods, the 5 coaches I've had the fortune to deal with over the years. But Mike was a 3-sport athlete at Arlington High, and coincidentally, a native of Belmont. So both the Arlington and Belmont communities mourn the loss and pass along condolences to the family of Michael Broderick.
Absolutely.
And have a left-handed shot there by Tingos, couldn't come up with it.
And Simon grabs the rebound after making the big 3 down the other end.
Michael is survived by his mother, a longtime parishioner at St. Camillus Parish in Arlington. And he has a son who's a senior at Northeastern. And I played basketball with Michael's brother Richie, who was a phenomenal basketball player at Arlington High. There was a guy who he liked to take the shot.
Yeah, that was before the 3-point line,
He didn't pass on any shots.
Yeah.
He was not afraid to chuck him up there, but he had to. He was our only offense.
He used to say he only shot when he had the ball.
Yeah, that was the plan. Don, give it to Richie. Okay, I can do that. You don't see this very often. Alexei Trapotsis is getting a break, and he's replaced by James Dingman. Of course, we're unsure if Dingman is playing with 3 fouls or not. Have to do a better job tracking those because they don't put them up on the scoreboard for us. There's Hall of Fame, Eyeball Hall of Fame of Frank Beebe on the clock. $15 on the shot clock for Belmont. They trail by 11.
This is what got them in trouble a little bit before, is that they wait too deep in the shot clock, and then you have to take something.
And sometimes when they're deep in the shot clock, they end up deep on the court too. They're almost at mid-court when that shot clock was at 6. That's too far away to be running your offense. Inside to Rudolph.
He's got good post moves, too.
He's going to throw it up there with the left hand, no. He fights for his own rebound, comes up with it again with the left hand, no. Miller on the putback.
There you go, Simon. He's earning some minutes.
Great job there by a couple of Arlington's role players, Rudolph and Miller. Now a double dribble violation is called, and there's Simon Miller. So we've seen Simon do it on both ends now.
And defensive rebound. He ripped a couple of boards, too. He's been doing a great job.
Caused a turnover, rebounds, couple of hoops.
That's how Jabari Williams earned some time early in the season. He came in and just did a really good job. I could see Simon earning some more time now.
Tough shot by Dingman, no.
Really good defense there by Peter McLaughlin.
Arlington with their largest lead of the game, 35-22, coming up on the 5-minute mark remaining in the game. I think they're going to get Simon Miller on the reach-in foul.
A tough double team, though. I mean, every time you change direction, whether you put a ball behind your back, between your legs, whenever you switch, there's another Arlington player right on you.
Jonas Burrell checking out of the Arlington lineup, replaced by Nico Trapotsis. Excuse me, Alexi Trapotsis.
Great job, Peter.
He lays it in. Peter Clardy has come alive here in the second half. He has 8 second-half points, and Arlington now extends their lead to 15 points. It's 37-22 with under 5 minutes remaining in the game. I just don't know if Belmont has the offense to be able to come back from a 15-point deficit. Ooh, that'll help, as going strong to the basket is Damian Lilla. Foul on Nick Rudolph, and Lilla will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Could take another peek at that one there, Don. So is Lilla going to the hoop? Gets to the hoop, gets the foul and one. Get a chance to make a 3-point play.
Looks like he took that one off the top of the head. Rudolph checks out of the Arlington lineup, and he's replaced by number 24, Jabari Williams. Free throw is no good, not able to complete the 3-point play. Dingman with the rebound for the Ponders. Dingman has been kind of quiet in the second half. He had 12 at the half. He has 16 in total now.
I mean, isn't that funny? A quiet night for James Dingman, 16 points in a high school game. I could see him getting at least a few more buckets to get into the 20s.
Definitely. 8 on the shot clock. Clardy whips it inside to James. James in trouble, has to take a very difficult shot. No, there's Clardy on the putback. No, there's Williams on the putback. No, but he's fouled on the play.
Interesting story about Belmont's player, Damian Lilla, one of the captains here. Primarily a basketball player, went out for football as a senior, had never played, was a very important part of the team, played a couple different positions, tight end, flanker, little H-back. Last year went out for the lacrosse team, never had played lacrosse, but he's such a good athlete that he was a defensive midfielder and played a ton for Belmont. Is going to be a very important part of Belmont's lacrosse team this year, and Belmont's going to be pretty darn good in lacrosse. But just it's really good to see high school athletes sort of expand their horizons athletically and try other things.
1 of 2 for Jabari Williams. Arlington lead is 14. 3-point shot from the corner is no good. Rebound fought for. I think they're going to get Peter Clardy on that rebounding action. Kind of looked like he had a hold of the shoulder of the Belmont player. No, it's going to be on Jabari Williams on the hold.
Yeah, McLaughlin in the corner there. He's got a good release, good form. He's just got to take, especially with no one covering him like that, take another half second, get his feet set, bend his knees, and shoot that. He sort of rushed it even though he didn't need to, but it looks like that he has good form and could become a good shooter.
Timeout called on the floor. I'm not sure who called that timeout.
It's just that Arlington's defense just wears you down. Like we mentioned earlier, I said that you can't win a game in the Middle Sex League 39-37. However, you might be able to win 38-24. But both teams playing really, really good defense, but not much offense here. And I would have thought that Arlington would have run the score up a little bit here offensively, but then again, Belmont is playing really, really tough defense.
Coming up on the schedule for Arlington next week, they will host Burlington High School on Tuesday. That's a 7 o'clock game here at the Doc Cone Gymnasium on the campus of the old Waltham High School. And then on Friday the 10th, they will play at Reading. So those are next week's games for the Spark Ponders.
Burlington's ranked in the top 20 as well, so it's going to be a really good game.
Okay.
Tuesday night, guys, Arlington, get your buddies here, get your fans here. We need a good crowd here for a Tuesday night game against Burlington.
Good crowd here tonight.
Absolutely, place almost packed.
Arlington halfway through the fourth quarter, hanging on to that 14-point lead. Now traveling violation is called against Charlie Tingos. Did Coach Martinez play at Belmont High? Do you know?
I don't think he did. From my understanding, he played at UMass Dartmouth collegiately, but I'm not sure about where he played at high school.
Okay. Been a lot of long possessions in this game. We've had many times tonight we were indicating that the shot clock is down as it is now to 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's a testament to both teams' defense.
Dingman threw that one up there. No, it did hit the rim, so there will be a reset for the Ponders. Clardy fakes the three. He's going to drive. Going up and under with the spin. No, maybe a normal rim at what I went in. Here's Jabari with the putback. Yes, count the basket.
He gets really good position offensively there. He gets his feet, he gets his body set, and he really gets in there offensive rebounds. And we're going to take another look at that. It's really good form there by Jabari. Great play by Jabari. Just really has a nose for the ball. Athlete. Good inside scorer.
And Jabari will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play, but before that, Belmont will have to go to the bench as number 11, Peter McLaughlin, has fouled out of the contest, and he's replaced by number 20, Edward Leck.
Hey, Peter McLaughlin played a heck of a game tonight. He covered one of the best players, if not the best player in the Middlesex League, went head-to-head with them, kept them well under his average, played good defense rebounding. He's going to have a good career here at Belmont High. I'm glad to see it because I know him a little bit. He's a really good kid, great family. I know you don't want to play his mom in golf. She's a really good golfer.
So Arlington got a little bit of fortune there on the missed free throw by Jabari Williams. As now Clardy shuffles the feet, call it a traveling violation against him. But Arlington still with that 16-point lead, coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the game.
Double team. Good pass by Willa.
Ooh, go inside, and unfortunately, Dargan couldn't convert that time. He's had a good second half, but couldn't get that one to go.
Another good rebound by Williams. He's got a bunch, defensive and offensive glass, cleaning the glass. Ooh, Peter got to the hoop, but he just forgot something.
Dingman for three. Around the rim and out. Jabari Williams cuts down the offensive rebound, and Arlington can work another 30 seconds off the shot clock or so if they'd like, as it's reset to the full 35. Dingman, he just wants to go to the hole, and he just says, I'm going to lay this one in, and he now has 18 points.
Williams really has a nose for the ball. Here comes Dingman again. Clear him out. Yeah, it's tough for good defense there, but it's tough for a guard to cover Dingman like that in the open court.
Arlington up by 18. It's been a great fourth quarter for the Ponders, holding Belmont to just 2 fourth quarter points while scoring 12 of their own.
Once again, really deep into the clock, Don, like you mentioned earlier.
And way up top at the top of the key. Steal by the Ponders. It's Williams on the steal. He's got Dingman ahead of the pack. Dingman finger roll lays it in.
Old school finger roll like George Gervin there.
Gervin, my
the
man.
Iceman.
Ponders by 20. Timeout, Belmont.
Yeah, floodgates sort of open there. A lot by Jabari Williams, whether he was playing defense, deflecting the basketball, offense rebounds, defensive rebounds. He's filling up the stat sheet in a lot of different areas today.
Well, that's another thing that you don't consider when you think about young athletes. They get tired too, and when you're playing at this kind of pace that Arlington makes you play at, you know, maybe it was a little bit of a wear-down factor, as we've seen Belmont only score 2 points in the fourth quarter, while Arlington has scored 14.
Yeah, it's tough when they're pressing you. They pick you up the 94 feet. I'm sure this court is not 94 feet, but they press you the whole way. They double team you. Every time that you change direction, you have Alexi Traposis on you. Right there, that's exhausting. I'm exhausted watching him play defense. And so that wears on you for sure on a high school game like this.
So during that timeout, both teams, I think, have decided that they're going to let their role players come into the game. So for Arlington, number 20, Griffin Fudge is in there, along with number 21, Cam Levine. Number 12 is Alvin Ginty. Who am I missing? Did I mention number 20?
13 is Thomas Wright.
Thomas Wright, number 13. And number 14 is Jacob Williams.
And even these guys, you got some really good players here. Thomas Wright can shoot the ball. Jacob Williams, a really good on-the-ball defender. I mean, you're not losing too much going 10, 11, 12 here.
Try to get a shout-out to some of the Belmont players. As a three-point shot there is good by Dylan Howell. It's Dylan Howell, number 14. Number 12 is Tag Padera. Number 25 is William Murphy. Number 21 is Theo Sorblum. He's been in the game prior. And who am I missing? Number 30, Josh Christensen.
Yeah, Christensen can shoot, too. I've seen him shoot around a little bit. He's got a nice form.
Well, Christensen is a name in Belmont history, I believe, but I think they have a son. He has a son. I can't remember the player's name. Is he the one that played at Duke?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so I think his son's at the JV team.
Yes, Clayton's a good JV player.
That's okay.
This is his nephew.
Okay. But yeah, he was an all-time great at Belmont High, and as I mentioned, played at Duke. That says everything you need to know. As much as I dislike Duke, I respect people who play there. That's my problem. That shot is missed there. A little putback by Griffin Fudge. And Griffin has his first hoop of the game, and Arlington leads it by 19. This could be the final possession of the game. 46-27, 15 seconds to go. Now a double touch there. That's going to be Arlington ball. Here's always a tough dilemma for a coach. You have 13 seconds left, but you have your reserves in the game. Do you dribble it out, or do you let them try to take a shot?
Let one fly. I mean, these guys work hard.
Now, as long as you run your offense, I think I'm okay with it. You know, it's not like you're basket hanging or doing anything like that, but I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're just going to run this clock out. And that will end the game. So an impressive fourth quarter by the Pond as they outscored Belmont 16-5 in the fourth quarter. End up being kind of a one-sided game score-wise, but it was a tight game for 3 quarters. Arlington had their hands full. Credit to the Belmont team for playing hard, but Arlington pulls away in the fourth quarter. Yeah, absolutely. Arlington's talent and defense and offensive continuity was just too much for Belmont, but I give Belmont a lot of credit for the kids, the coaching staff to come out here, put in maximum effort when the season's not going great, and to play with that defensive intensity, because that's the first thing that you give up on a team that's not going well is, I'm not going to play defense because that's the hardest part of the game. But Belmont doesn't do that. They have some really tough kids and a lot of young kids, so hopefully good things to come for Belmont. But Arlington is just such a stronger team at this point that not much of a contest, even though Belmont hung in there for as long as they could. Here's our scoring summary for Belmont. Leo Williams had 1 point. Damian Lillard, the captain, held to 3 points. Peter McLaughlin with 2, Dylan Howell with 3. Charlie Tingos had 7, 6 of those in the first quarter. And high man for the Marauders, especially in the second half, Braden Dargan finished with 9 points. For the Spy Ponders, Peter Clardy had 8 points. I believe all of those were in the second half. Alexei Trapotsis with 3, Jack Zambardino with 4. Simon Miller came off the bench with 5 points. Griffin Fudge had a basket at the end for 2 points. Jabari Williams chipped in with 4. High point man for the Spy Ponders in the ACMi player of the game, James Dingman with 20 points. Yeah, I had Williams at 10 rebounds, 5 defense, 5 offense. That's really good. I really liked how Simon came off the bench, 5 points, but they were big points. It was right when they sort of needed a little bit of a push. He hit that big 3-pointer in the corner. And once again, the Arlington bench shows that you know, the depth. It's not just the top 5 or 6 guys. They really go deep, and they played great tonight. The final score here from the Doc Cone Gymnasium: Arlington 46, Belmont 27. Tim and I will be back with some post-game reaction. Hey, we're here with James Dingman. Dingman, we gave you a player of the game, 20 points, 10 rebounds. Really tough game. Belmont played really good defense today.
Yeah, they did. They didn't make anything easy for us today, and we knew that coming in. Coach told us all week that's how they want to play. They want to keep us low scoring, but in the end, it comes down to who wants it more. And I think we went for more of those 50-50 balls. We got out in transition in the end of the game, and I'm really proud of how the boys responded after that first half.
Excellent.
I have to mention the last game that we did here live because I didn't get to talk to you. It was the Winchester game, and we're still talking about the Winchester game.
It was a fun one.
I saw you before the game, and I thought that you were going to have a big one. You had 37 points in that. Are you guys still, I know you have to move on from that, but that Winchester game was quite a game.
Yes, sir. I mean, we learn from every game. We take things out of every game, and Winchester did a good job keeping the game close. They really forced us to take some tough shots. You know, they were in a zone. They played tough defense. They forced us to step out on those three-point shooters. So that's stuff that we take out and learn from those games. But I mean, that's in the past. We got to move on.
I understand.
We got to work on some new things every week.
When you throw 37 points up in a high school game, you're going to get at least a mention that you guys played CM over the break. That was a tough team. What did you learn from a big experience like that?
Yeah, I mean, CM, it's the best team we faced so far. They played great defense. They didn't make anything easy for us. They forced turnovers, and we got to learn from that. I know we lost by 1 point, but we got to be ball strong. We got to take easier shots. We're not going to win by shooting threes against CM. They're a tough team. We got to get out in transition, and I thought we played well. It just came short at the end. We had a chance, but just fell a little short. So.
And in the Middlesex League, nothing comes easy. So Tuesday night, you have Burlington. Burlington's having a pretty good season, and it's going to be a big game right here. Don and I are going to be doing. We're looking forward to it. So you take a little bit rest, and now you guys already preparing for Burlington?
Yes, sir. We got the rest of the week to prepare. Or actually, we're off tomorrow. We got Sunday to prepare, Monday to prepare. We just got to rest up and then get ready, yeah. We know what to expect from Burlington. We play them every year. They like to shoot, so.
Awesome. Yeah, they definitely let it fly from three, so they're going to put some points up too. But your defense is going to negate that. How's school going?
School's been good. School's been great. I mean, we're finishing up second term now, so just trying to stay on top of things.
What do you like studying?
Oh, studying? I mean, I'm a big science guy.
Okay.
And I mean, I like anatomy. This year, probably my favorite class is an English class, though, a missing voices class.
Okay.
Shout out Mr. Stelter. He's a good guy.
And now, is that something that you're going to look forward to studying in college, the science, or have you just...
I mean, I'm open to everything. Business is something I'm definitely interested in, but I'm unsure right now, you know?
All right, well, I'm going to say to anyone that coaches college basketball, here's a guy for you. He can play multiple positions. He's a scorer. He's a defender. He can cover big guys. There's your shout out from me, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Good luck the rest of the way.
Have a good night.
Quick turnaround here with Coach Woods. We have the girls' game coming up after this. Coach, congratulations on the win. Not the most aesthetically pleasing game, but you know, it was a tough defensive game, and you guys came out on top. You really wore them out in the fourth quarter. Really was the difference of what was a close game. You end up winning by close to 20 points.
Yeah, you know, we had a couple good efforts there at the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter. A couple guys off the bench. Simon Miller got a corner three, a big putback, and you know, that kind of energized us a little bit. You know, Belmont's been playing. You know, they've been a little snake bitten. You know, they're 0-6 now, but every game had been single digits except for one. So, and they don't give up a lot of points. And obviously tonight they didn't give up a lot of points, but neither did we.
Right. So, you know, we've talked over the years that when something happens, next man up philosophy. So Nico's out tonight, and that gives other guys an opportunity to do something. You mentioned Simon Miller. He had a fantastic few minutes that he played. He was great out there. Nick Rudolph was able to get some minutes, and now, of course, Jabari steps into the starting lineup. Probably hurt your depth a little bit, but you know, he was the leading scorer in that Newton South game, if I'm not mistaken. We could talk about that in a second, the tournament you guys played in. But I guess my point is, when someone's out, somebody else has to step up.
Yeah. You know, we have, you know, a lot of versatility in the lineup. You know, we have 9 seniors. We got guys that, you know, have, you know, elevated from the JV team last year to full-time varsity now. And, you know, I'm trying to figure out the right spots because, you know, when you have experienced players like James Dingman and Peter Clardy and, you know, Nico and, you know, it's hard to find, you know, and the way Alexi's been playing to start the year, it's hard to find guys time, you know, and then, you know, but with Nico out, now all of a sudden we got to go to some different lineups. Maybe we go a little bit bigger with Barry in. This game, James missed that Newton South game, so Barry kind of slid into his role that game, and so it was, you know, and that was a good team effort. Like I think we're still scratching the surface a little bit. I think we can get some production from, those guys, Jonas does a really solid job off the bench, and Nick has now contributed, in the scorebook that, I think 2 or 3 straight games. And, so I think, and there's other guys down that got in at the very end of the game that could have easily filled the spot tonight if somebody else wasn't getting it done. And that, and that's kind of, we had a little bit of that in the first half, at the beginning of the second half. And then it was nice to have guys go in and say, you know what, you don't need to worry about him because I'm going to pick up the slack. And that's what a good team does.
You mentioned in one of our earlier telecasts your desire this year to really up the non-league schedule to get your team tournament ready. And you put yourself into that tournament at Newton North. Would you have Newton North, a perennial Division I possible state title winner? Newton South is always tough, and Catholic Memorial. What was your takeaway from being in that tournament?
There's multiple levels to it, because with the state now, I think it's the 3rd year or 4th year of this power ranking system. So we kind of just figured out the last season we didn't get any benefit from, we played a competitive non-league last year too, but it just didn't help us in the power ranking. So I said, we got to go out and do a little bit more. And, you really can't. An opportunity to play CM and an opportunity to play Newton North, if we had won that game, would have been, very beneficial to our power rankings. They're still going to be attached to our schedule with that power rankings and power rating it somehow. But, I think as long as that's the system, that's how I'm going to play it, and we got to try to, it doesn't hurt. It's not going to hurt us. And I think it was, we played a really clean first half against CM, and then they really tightened up and worked hard against us, made things difficult. We still had an opportunity, if we executed at the end of the game, to get that one.
Yeah, good point. Coach Wicks, thanks for joining us. The next home game for the Spy Pawners will be next Tuesday as Arlington hosts Burlington, and that figures to be a really good game between two of the top teams in the Middlesex League. So for my partner, Tim Hoffman, I'm Don Phelan. The final score here from the Doc Home Gymnasium, Arlington 46 and Belmont 27. Thanks for joining us, and Happy New Year, everybody.